Welcome to Beyond Our Focus. I'm Stefan, this is Amanda, and this is Breaking Prisms, where we go over anthology series.
That's pretty
episode
much it, isn't it?
by episode. Today we're going over The Twilight Zone, Season 1, Episode 17. We're back to The Twilight Zone. The black and white, old 1960-something.
See, it's been so long.
I know.
We used to have this information, there. And now it's just...
It was a little hiatus off of the original. We jumped into Black Mirror. We jumped into the new season of Twilight Zone. Jumped back into Black Mirror. And now we're back to Twilight Zone. And come Thursday... Thursday, we will be doing the first episode of Love, Death, and Robots. So go check that out as well, because we liked it.
Yes.
We'll go with that. We liked it. It's really Love, Death, and Robots is a really cool anthology anime thing by Netflix. If you have Netflix, check it out. It's pretty awesome.
1959. So
1959.
the 1960s. The 1960s, when it comes down to it. Because
You can't tell me both.
Well, it says 1959 TV series, but most of these are saying 1960s. 1960 to 61 is season 2, I guess. So October 2nd, 1959.
And then it runs into 1960.
And then 1964.
So fun stuff. The early 60s. Okay, the early 60s. This one's probably, we're 17 episodes in. We're probably made it to 1960. This is like 36 episodes. It's a lot for one season. It's a weird number for a season.
Well, back in the day.
Very strange. Anyway, this episode is called The Fever.
Yes. So,
And the only cure for it is more cowbell.
oh my god. Please just kill me. No more cowbell.
Come on. It's the only cure for my fever.
I spaced out everything. Okay.
Cowbell. It is
that we're-
August 20th.
Yes.
Let's
Being
get that in
that we
there.
are back to the old Twilight Zone, it was so nice to hear that opening theme, the original. It was so nice to hear Rod Sterling.
Is it Serling?
Sterling. Now I'm calling
I
it
know.
Sterling.
I know, because it's easier to say Sterling.
Reversed. It was reversed last time. I was on this. What's going on?
Russ Serling's opening, his voice, it's iconic, it's great, it's awesome. But it's also, in my opinion, something that Jordan Peele did really well.
He did.
I think he did great on that. I'm not particularly thrilled with the episodes they put out, but I think he was the best part of every episode.
Yes.
He was always enjoyable to watch on screen, and his little opening was also really well. But, I mean, Russ Serling is iconic, so can't really get past that.
He just has that voice, and it just brings to the eeriness and the just...
So, like we always do, top level, what do we think? The episode, in a very small summary, is the gambling addiction.
Yes.
That's what the episode's about.
The episode is literally about a guy who is morally against gambling is taken to a casino, and life happens.
Yep. So, well, what did we think, top level, of this episode?
I thought it was hilarious, and it wasn't supposed to be.
It definitely was not supposed to be. I don't think hilarity was what they were going for.
It was crazy.
It was the cheesiest episode we've had of the Twilight Zone yet, and that includes the new one. This was just... This was as blunt or as just beat you over the head as some of the new episodes.
Actually, that is 100%.
And that's we haven't really had that as much so far in the first 16 episodes. It's there's been some undertones and subtext and a few things, but this one, oh my god.
Yes.
It just beats you over the head.
This was the neon lights. Gambling is bad.
Yeah, they really went. Yes, it was funny, but not in a good way.
No,
this episode
was like the B movie. This was the B movie of the Twilight Zone
This was
series.
worse than a B movie. I think this was just bad. I think it was just bad. I didn't like the acting. I didn't care for any of it. I think it was just a bad episode.
I think when it opened up, it was fine. It was okay, maybe there's hope. It opened up you could tell who the characters were right away as far as who you're going to like, who you're not going to like. And then as soon as the main plot point of the episode started happening, your like for it just started deteriorating, and then it just got
until we get to the end, and it is
laughable.
Oh my god, this was not a good episode. This was a really, really bad episode.
If you need a laugh, watch this episode, but that's probably going to be about it.
You like Twilight Zone, and you want to laugh at something hilariously bad. This is that episode. And
yes, you'd think, well, laughing at people with gambling addictions and stuff probably isn't the best idea. Well, compared to things they have done in the past, could have done better. So I must say that you probably shouldn't have tied that message with what you did, because then it just turned it into a joke. There was a
better way of doing this, and this was not it.
No.
All right, well, that's top level. So we didn't talk about rating.
No, actually, we didn't, but I'm sure it's really low.
It's really, really low. So let's rate it, and then we'll jump into spoilers and finish off.
Did we lose 4 Kubies?
At least.
We'll pretend that we saved at least 1 cube for laughing.
Okay, I can go with that.
Yeah.
I could totally go with that.
It was amusing as far as comical.
It was a bad episode. I mean, the only real saving grace at this point was that it was only 25 minutes. Yeah. If it'd been an hour, some of the other episodes we've seen, I don't know if we could have gotten through it. If we could just kept going in that direction.
I don't think so.
And it is just, whoo, buddy.
So, if you're interested in the old Twilight Zone, check this episode out for a laugh. It is a classic kind of cheesy, almost like a people against gambling propaganda.
It's bad. It's bad.
But yeah, go check it out for a laugh. Otherwise, we should jump into spoilers.
Or jump into spoilers for a couple of minutes and call that it. Yes. All right, you've had your chance. I mean, this is really old. It's barely worth putting a spoiler on here, but I mean, it's 50 years old.
Yes. So, long story short, couple wins a trip. Should I say, wife wins a trip to a casino. Husband is completely not thrilled about it. He thinks it's completely immoral. Gambling should not exist. It's pretty much it is a sin. You might as well throw your money into the streets.
Yes.
That's all you're doing.
And then some drunk dude gets him to do it one time. And from that point on, he's hooked.
Yes.
He is hooked because the machine calls to him, Franklin!
He wins that one time.
Of course.
Takes the money to sleep with him. He says, I'm not like all these idiots in here. Mm-hmm. I can walk away. So he walks away, but then it literally speaks to him. Says his name in a very weird, robotic, low stalker voice.
Yep.
Then he comes back in the middle of the night telling his wife, the reason why I'm going back is to get rid of this money. It's tainted. I don't want it on me. I'm going to just put it into the machine and call it good.
Yep, that's what he says.
Next thing you know,
he's gambling for 24 hours.
Yeah, it's literally been 3 hours, then 5 hours, then 24 hours.
And he's making more checks and keep getting more money out until eventually the machine breaks.
Yes. He freaks out, has a huge panic attack. They have to whisk him away to his room, to which he wakes up mumbling about how this machine
I don't even know if he wakes up. I don't think he ever goes to sleep.
No, that's true. You can't sleep, honey? Yeah. He literally just sits there and mumbles about how this machine is mocking him. It is not a metal box. It is an entity.
Yes.
And it calls to him. It is taunting him. And next thing you know, just things get weird really fast.
He starts hallucinating the machine. It's coming after him. And eventually the most ridiculous thing in the planet happens.
Somehow, the machine turned from an almost interesting, intricately designed box that has all these metal plates and stuff to look like coins all over it, to some weird thing with a blinking light and a smiley face on it. I don't know where the smiley face bit came from. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to the original machine, but it's literally blinking and walking at him, and you can see a window pane behind him.
And it's like, please don't. Please don't.
You think maybe he'll go crazy and he'll jump out. That would probably have been preferable.
No, that would have been preferable.
Yeah.
But I knew when it was coming after exactly what was going to happen. The window, which breaks so insanely easy, it might as well made it as just paper.
I think what would have made it better, not Not like anything could have made it better. But if there was one thing besides him jumping out that would have made it better, is if he had just walked backwards into the window and it happened to be unlatched, so they just like flung open and he stumbled out instead of literally shattering through glass.
It would have been better. Yes. He
was
broke the wood paneling. He broke the glass just by bumping into it. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
To which, obviously, he doesn't make it. You have these people checking his heart rate. Obviously, he's dead. Then everybody proceeds to get up. Okay, let's clear the street. And just leaves his body there. They don't wait for ambulance. They don't wait for anything. Everybody gets up and walks away. To which you just see a coin roll
over to him.
And then the machine standing there in the alleyway. Just like, ha 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 ha.
Mm-mm. Yeah, and Rod Serling talked about it being an entity, and that's just what happens in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Yeah, that was just... This is by far my least favorite episode of what we've seen so far of the old Twilight Zone. Yeah. It's just, in my opinion, it's just bad. This was literally gambling is bad. You shouldn't like it. This is as bad as some of the episodes we saw in the new one. And that's sad.
So yes, if you want a comical laugh filled with anti-gambling propaganda, definitely go check out this episode.
The only good thing about the new ones is that there is like good acting and it's shot really well. The old one, they're shot fine. They're shot for how they were in their day, and that's fine.
Oh, I love how they're shot, but that's because I really like I really like old classic stuff. Like, I love the classic horror movies. I especially love the music. Like, even in this episode. Well,
the music is great.
My goodness.
The music is cool. But some of the shots, that sideways shot we got,
I like that because...
no, this is wonky.
Because back in the day, that was those eerie, unsettling shots. Those were the ones where it was tilted a bit more. Because nowadays, you get cameras that can go like, woo! And that back then, that was that weird, something is really wrong about this shot, and that's because that's what was supposed to be happening. I don't know. I just couldn't.
I know.
I
mean, if you really like this episode, we could have bumped it up to a 2.
No. I don't like the episode. Especially, as I mentioned, I really enjoy the music. Like, I love the classic style music.
Well, I think Twilight Zone period
But
has
even
cool music.
this episode, like, I loved the music when it came in. Like, it was when he woke up. There was a certain tone, there was a certain rhythm that came in that I was like, wow, this is a really nice beat. But then it did not match the scene at all. Like, it was so upbeat and lively. Meanwhile, you have this dramatic scene going on of him losing his mind and then walking backwards out a window. And you just have do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah.
I don't recall. It doesn't matter. It was a bad episode. I didn't care for it. Again, it was amusing in a bad way.
So, sadly, we did lose 4 of our 5 little Coobies.
Yes, we'll definitely go with that.
Yeah.
It's only saving grace at this point is that Rod Serling was actually talking in it, because I like him. That it was 25 minutes, thank God, because I don't know if we would have made it through an hour. And
that we laughed through half of it.
The laughter. It's like just because it was funny. Because of how bad it was.
So, yes. Go definitely check it out if you're interested in weird, off-the-wall craziness. To amuse yourself.
Yeah, if you just like bad Twilight
minutes.
Zone episodes, I mean, there it is. But if you like bad Twilight, watch some of the new stuff. There's some really bad stuff there. There's some pretty decent stuff in there, too.
Moving on.
Yeah. Were we really moving on? Were we moving on to the end?
Yes, we are moving on to the end. And also mentioning from now on, we will have 2 Breaking Prism episodes a week.
One on Tuesday, one on Thursday. We'll be going through Twilight Zone and Left Death and Robots once again. Yay. At least for the foreseeable future until we get through Love, Death, and Robots. But there's like 18 episodes. So we're going to have like 4 or 5 months of that.
It's worth it. All of it.
Oh, yes. No. Love, Death, and Robots is great. There's a few wonky, weird ones. But
we'll get to
for the most part, it's really awesome. We can recommend that one. They're all super short. But other than that, maybe we'll have something new coming as well. Hopefully. Yes, maybe. Yeah, as always, you can reach me at Stars Untraveled. Reach me at KZ Pup. Reach the show at Beyond Our Focus on YouTube and podcast services around. See you
back into the Twilight Zone. Maybe.
We are back there, and we will be there for the also foreseeable future. Indefinitely, I think. forever.
Yeah.
I don't think there will be any more pauses in the Twilight Zone.
No.
Unless having 2, we'll just stay in the Twilight Zone, and then we'll be moving through other anthologies as we finish up Love, Death, and Robots and moving into... We haven't decided yet?
There's a couple out
There's a
there,
couple
though.
ideas, yeah. So we'll see.
If you guys have any recommendations,
Yes.
please.
We'd
We'd love to hear them.
We know a few. There's at least 2 other ones I'm aware of right now that we could definitely go through.
Yeah.
Maybe a third one. So any recommendations, let us know. But other than that, we good?
We good.
We good. Till next time. Long days and pleasant nights. Classic. Stop that. Hit this. Hit record again and move on.
Yeah.